most of my life I was like, I don't do guns. Guns are bad. People with guns are bad. Now, granted, my husband, who's a Marine, I told him, you're not going to have a gun in the house. We're not going to do that. Normally, it's because we have never been around guns. We're afraid of them. You know, they're scary to us. You just don't understand it. It's the fear of the unknown. Once, if you ever have that thought, or if you have a desire, especially for self-defense, right? A lot of women, they just, but if you just take the time with somebody to sit next to you and handle it and learn about the firearm platform that you're using and to see how safe it is and how you have control, it's very empowering. That moment of, oh, is empowering. And then after that, you can do anything in any aspect of your life, really. You know, transcends everything that you know. The one thing that you're maybe the most afraid of, it's okay. And you can handle it and you can move on. And it's a huge step for women, even men, anyone, to have that empowerment to know that, no, you can do this, you have control. The important message has, I've always, since the start of this, is that if you look at me or anyone with a firearm and you feel afraid, think about why you feel afraid and think about how you can learn more about the firearm, right? And as we've said, if anything, someone with a firearm can be good or bad. What they do with it is up to them. But to be afraid of it just because you're focusing on the negative, you should try to embrace the positive because there, especially for females, especially for Black females, there is so much that you can learn from it if you embrace it that could maybe save your life. Right? We hear stories all the time about home invasion, just self protection, whether you shoot or hunt. I'm not a hunter, but I mean, I'm very impressed with people that can hunt. There's just it just opens your horizons of things you can do if you stop being afraid. And if after you learn about it, you're like, oh, that's not for me, that's fine too. But at least give it a chance because you just never know when it really just might make the difference of
Yeah.
life and death. Or for me, my passion, fun things I just love to do. That's a hobby. The platform of a gun. Most people, and again, most people starting off, you have a pistol, right? Whether it's a 9 millimeter, so there are different calibers of it's a handgun. So you hold it with both hands. It's no bigger than this. You know, it shoots bullets. Whether it's a 9 millimeter, which is the lower caliber, it's a soft. There's not a lot of this, or 40 or 45, or the 50 caliber. You see those pictures of people doing that, which is stupid. Um, Usually the handgun is what people start off with because that's usually the one that's for self-defense. So that's one if you have a concealed carry, you have a tiny little one in your belt or in a holster, and God forbid you get attacked, you can deploy that. The next level, which in my mind are levels, is when you get to the AR platform, right? But the reason they are so effective, and that's what usually the military use, is because you have this long extended magazine that has a lot of rounds, like up to 30, 40 rounds, really quicker pistol action, trigger action, that you can shoot a lot of rounds very fast. And the rounds are very lethal because the velocity is higher, the bullet type is more lethal. Again, since I shoot targets, I'm when you talk about everything we shoot is lethal. So the concept is I have fun with it and it's a hobby. I'm not military. I'm not. I was military, but I would never think of shooting a person. So that's a whole nother level, especially for law enforcement. So those are the handgun. You got the AR platform. Um, the shotgun, again, it's a long gun that shoots shells that scatter pellets. So the kick on it is a little stronger, but you have to shoulder it. So it's one of those things that you have to know how to hold it because if you don't hold it right, it kicks you back. I mean, it goes boom. So the key of shooting that is to know how to hold it into your shoulder. And again, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, that's a whole another discussion. What I have now, which is called a pistol caliber carbine, it looks like an AR. So it's a longer gun that if you didn't know any better, you'd think, oh, that's an AR. But it's not because it's designed to shoot 9 millimeter rounds, which are those tiny little pistol rounds. So it's a kind of a new design that just really came out because of competition. I mean, it's not you don't use it for military, you don't use it to shoot trap and ski. It's just a whole different level of fun, pretty much for competitive shooters. And the reason that's fun is because it can be lighter weight. It's not designed to have to get on the ground and do prone shooting. It's just really you're just running and gunning, and it's lightweight and it's fun. And so pretty much those are the different types of firearms that I could say. And once you see them, the more you see it, you'll understand. But yeah, I know for a newbie, it's like, but most people starting out start out with the pistol because that's the easiest one. You can control it. They even have 22s, which is very lightweight. So like if you have a young child, most of the people that start at a very young age, they start off with 22 because it's easier to control and you get a better way to progress up to the 9mm. And the main thing to know about international travel and any travel with firearms is to know the rules, right? So it's not just like you get on a plane and you go somewhere. So there's a lot of planning that goes into it. Um, and I'm very experienced. I talked to my brother about coming even here with a little pistol caliber carbine, which is a lightweight carbine that's in a container probably like this big. Um, it's you have to understand that people look at you and think, oh, there's a fire. They know what it is. And when one of my 3-gun days, I had this big case and all my sponsors, all these stickers. So people, it wasn't as scary, and people knew that it wasn't just a military thing. I was doing it, but it's just a whole different animal. And when you check in, you have to declare it, and there are rules of where you put your ammo. So it takes a lot of planning to know what to do. In the end, though, like the major match I went to in Puerto Rico, and that Puerto Rico special because they don't usually allow firearms. You have to have a special permit to get. But the beauty of wherever you travel is you get there and then you're just like home. Everyone's the same. We're all shooting, y'all all having fun for 3 or 4 days, and it's all just like you never left home. So the biggest thing with international travel is the planning of where you go. And I do have